Welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode of Music Mindfulness. I'm Kalani, your host and teacher here. Thanks for joining me at a later time this week. I've got some nice music planned for you today, as well as some messages that I think you'll be able to put to use around the topic of mindfulness. Thanks for being here. If you have any questions about the music I'm making, instruments, or any of that, I will have a full review for patrons of the channel at patreon.com/Kalani a little bit later. As always, all of that information is over there, and you're welcome to join us. All right. What was happening there? We don't know for sure, but it does leave a lot to the imagination. And I want to welcome everybody. I see some familiar faces or names from the World Drum Club channel and supporters of the channel over at patreon.com/Kalani. Yes, I will say that several times because it's how we do this stuff, how we keep it going. So I thank you for all the patrons who are joining us today, and others. You are all welcome here. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I did move it, and I did make a mistake. I want to apologize. Originally, I put the time for the live stream at 12, and then I made an announcement on the channel that it was going to be at 1, and on Patreon at 1, and I was thinking 1, and I got home, and some people were waiting at 12, and so I apologize. I hope you're okay. Recovering from the mild trauma of waiting for something. You know, if you ever want to torture anyone, any group of kids or adults or anything, you just say, okay, you guys can start waiting in 5 minutes. And it confuses everybody. Okay, today I've got another reading for the Radiant Sutras. I'm on a Radiant Sutras roll because it's just really nice stuff. So I recommend you guys get your copy, and I'm not, making anything off of this, but Radiant Sutras, a translation of some ancient texts by Lauren Roche. I do recommend it. And today's reading is about the space between beats. These words, not mine. And I found that intriguing because those of you who are fans of Eckhart Tolle may be familiar with some of his teachings where he likes to use the idea of experiencing I think he puts it, the space between thoughts, I believe. Feel free to add an addition or anything else in the comments along those lines if you're familiar with that. But that's something that he talks about a lot in his lecturing, and to feel you can use the word space, you can use the word silence, peacefulness between the activity, between the things. So it's kind of like the non-things, right? It's the space, which, as I talked about last week, and as many people, many teachers have talked about, is where potential. It's where everything comes from, and it's so the clear palette, the empty cup, which we talked about last week, being the only useful cup. Famous Buddhist, I guess it's an aphorism or a saying. It's really important, and so with the pace we live at, with the pace of news and information and activity, we do, I think, find some benefit and relief in focusing on the space between beats and the silence or the stillness between activity, the space between your thoughts, right? Tuning into that beingness. And I like the term beingness. I use the term beingness quite a bit in my own teaching because I think that encapsulates the idea of just enjoy being. You don't have to do something, and we'll get to this in a second. You guys are waiting. I said you could start waiting in 5 minutes, so we're not quite there yet. A lot of teachings, meditative teachings or whatever you want to call it, spiritual teachings, are based on the doing of something, right? A practice, because it's very hard to convince people that, or to show up maybe, or to pay money, and then tell them that you really don't need to do anything. People want to, I think they would feel like they didn't get their money's worth if somebody, came and they paid and then the teacher says, well, really, it's about not doing. Just enjoy your beingness. You don't have to do something to be more of what you are already, which is this amazing expression of the earth and the universe and a universal life inside you, and all the spirit, the energy of what's happening. Just, it already happened. It's actually happening. That's what life is, right? It's amazing. So you're not going to improve on that by doing making shapes with your hands or gestures or wearing clothes. I talked about this, but I'm going to say it again. And this is what I believe, and this is my opinion. Feel free to depart or disagree. That's fine. But my argument is, my assertion is that you're not going to improve by, and I love music, but I'm going to say it. You don't have to sing songs. Wear certain clothes, certainly not fancy hats, or any of that. You don't have to do any of the, whatever burning incense and all. I'm not against it. I'm just saying that all of that is extra. All of that is it can be a reminder, it can be a placeholder, it can be part of a celebration. Of course, nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying it's not necessary to feel the feeling of beingness. That's my only point. Nothing against being fancy or having rituals. That's okay. Humans do that. It's only not functioning when you get caught up in the ritual and then you don't do the thing that's right there for you to do, which is feel the wonderment of life between the beats. Just don't worry about the beats. Everybody's trying to play the music, play the beats. They're not enjoying the simple beauty of being. Perhaps, maybe you are, but maybe you're not. So I just wanted to say that's the message for today, is that you don't have to try to do something for that to happen. It's happening now. It's always happening. How do we notice? Tune into your body, tune into your senses, right? We've talked about that. Have a sensational life. Sensation-based. Why? Because that's really where we live in the physical world, right? Some people have said, we're physical beings having a spiritual experience. Yeah, and we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. Sure. But don't discount the physical part. That's what we can count on. When we get into the thinking part, that's where we can slip up. Sri Ravi Shankar, I'm a fan. He said, and this isn't just about religion. He used the word religion, but you can apply this to just about any practice, spiritual practice. He said, enlightenment is the banana, but religion is the banana peel. All right? So it's not about the doing of the rituals and the clothes and the words and the books and the texts and the songs and the dances and the fancy schmancy stuff. You can go straight there. Nothing against banana peels. All right, let's get to the reading. I'm going to go to the graphic for this. And this is, again, is from the Radiant Sutras and by Lauren Roche. Here it is. Know the entire universe as a vast arena. As a vast arena within which your mind can play endlessly. Playing, let your awareness be everywhere at once. Planets, stars, swirling galaxies, and all of the subatomic motes are dancing with you. Enter the rhythm. Descend into the space between beats. Dissolve into the intimacy with the dancing one. Are you dissolving? What does that mean? Dissolve into the intimacy with the dancing one. We've mentioned in the past the word universe means one song, right? Universe, one song, the dancing one. Lots of names for that. But dissolve, oh, I love that again. I want to say that again. Dissolve into intimacy. It's an intimate relationship, sure, because it's everywhere. This is what this is saying. Everything from the planets to the stars to the subatomic. It says motes in here. I kind of feel like maybe that's a typo. And all of the subatomic notes. Could be motes, I don't know. I'm going to say notes for today because it's my show. So, all right. I really like that message. I hope you do too. It's about, giving up and not trying so hard. Acquiesce to the wonderment. Acquiesce to the beautiful energy of life. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be extra yoga, You can do those things, but you don't have to. And if anybody is questioning you, questioning your beingness, you can say, well, Kalani said I don't have to do any of that stuff. If you like it, do it. But you don't have to. All right, I'm going to get back into some music. I do want to thank everybody for showing up. I love a lot of the comments, very positive. We like to keep it positive here on the channel. So we're going to speed things up a little. Not too much. All right. And play a little. And those of you who are fans, thank you again for your support. I'll see you back over in the music part. And like I said, I usually do a breakdown video every week. After I'm done here, I immediately record a video where I talk about all the instruments and all this stuff, and I'll explain what's going on and what I'm using and how I do it. So if you're interested in that, like I said, you can join us at patreon.com. There'll be a link below this video. After I get that done, I'll put a link right below. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for being here, and stay as long as you like. We're going another few minutes, and then have a beautiful day and a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week. And let me know, if you don't mind, let me know if this time is okay for you, or if you prefer the 10 a.m. It is Sunday, so I don't know what's better. Sometimes one might be better, sometimes earlier. But let me know if it matters to you, if you have a preference. I just like to know that, because this is for you. So, all right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to play a little more, and I'll say goodbye before we sign off. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next time. This is Music Mindfulness. I'm Kalani, and you're on World Drum Club. See you next week.